What's up, everybody? I'm Tam, and thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe to my channel because if you don't, my channel is hard to find and you may never find it again because it has a weird name. So today we're going to focus our attention on the ENTJ, and we're going to look at a super quote unquote difficult version of the ENTJ. It's already a really tough type, but what can make an ENTJ be even tougher? What can take them to the next level, the height of toughness? What does that look like? And for me, I think it looks like the tri-type 863 ENTJ, which is just taking the Enneagram. You take three numbers that you resonate with the most. And I hope I'm not doing it wrong, you guys, because I very well could be, because you need to take numbers from three sets of numbers. And I can't remember what those three sets are. But I think this is an accurate, doable one. If I'm incorrect, I apologize. But I can see these numbers in an ENTJ, just blaringly obvious. So sometimes we get different versions. If you notice, of every Myers-Briggs type, every Myers-Briggs type is not the same. Every ENFJ is not the same. Every INFP is not the same. So there are variations. Where are those variations coming from? You can attribute that to many different things, but one is, what is their Enneagram? What does that look like? So this person is the asserter. So you put the asserter on an already really tough type. I mean, this type is nicknamed the commander. And when you think commander, what do you think of? You think take charge, leader, make things happen, sufficient, self-sufficient. Gets things going, like no holds bar. And then you put Enneagram 8, the asserter, on top of that. Pow, you're going to get fireworks, correct? So ENTJs are people who are focused on understanding complex systems. They are problem solvers. They're looking for solutions, not just any solution. It needs to make sense. It needs to be efficient. They are driven. They are organized. And you will often hear them talk about being fair. They are decisive people who love momentum. They can make things happen. So when you get this tri-type, not only are you getting an extremely tough, potentially difficult ENTJ, but you're also getting a powerhouse. You're getting a very complex, complicated version of the ENTJ. This person has been through some stuff, okay? They're not this way just haphazardly. They are created this way, just like a pearl is created. They are created this way because of their experiences. So this person may have witnessed domestic violence as a child. They may have been in women's battered shelters as a child. They may have grown up without enough to eat in extreme poverty. I heard somebody who I think is this type say people were not giving him what he needed. They were all giving him sympathy and empathy, but that wasn't what he needed. So he tries to give the world what they need. So this person may look narcissistic at times when, in fact, they're giving back to the world. These kind of people can, as tough as they can find a corner of the world in which they are giving back to others in ways that they did not have. Like they may make sure that the homeless are fed. They may take on organizations or people where positive things can happen. Because they have that 3, they're going to connect to other people of importance. 3s like to network. They like to work hard. They are centered around doing, right? And so these people usually are well connected with important people because that is important to them. But this type can connect with those kind of people and make things happen for their community. Very powerful things happen for their community. So they can be great talkers, great communicators, very effective at, hey, this is a problem, an area of need that I see. Let's make something happen. And then actually taking the steps to get things done, not procrastinating, but actually making not just tiny moves. This type is capable of making huge, gigantic, ginormous moves. So remember, they're efficient, they are solution focused, but this person may be difficult to communicate with. They might spaz out at times. Their bark is big. Their bite might not be as big as what you think it is when you get to know them. But that 8 Enneagram, the asserter, carries with it a very big stick. They don't mince words. They don't like softness. If you watched your mom or your dad abused, you're going to probably grow up. It wouldn't be unusual for you to become an asserter because you're not going to let somebody walk all over you or mistreat you or batter you. You're going to compensate for that. Now, narcissists can also compensate for those kinds of things as well because they had to be too grown up. They had to see more than their little minds could handle. So there could be some narcissistic tendencies in there. But you look at the person. Does the person really care? Do they have a heart for people? They may be demanding and commanding and sometimes unreasonably so. They might take it to another level because they also have that 6 in there. When you look at I've seen a cartoon of the 6 and the 8 together fighting. That's the cartoon because both of those types can be fighters. So you have the 2 fighters of the Enneagram housed inside one body, and that body is a take charge powerhouse ENTJ. What do you think that's going to look like? It's going to be difficult. It's going to be untamable, unhandleable at times. A 6 is not trustworthy. They're not, they can be trustworthy. They can be honest. They can tell the truth. They can do good things. I'm not saying that. What I mean is they can have difficulty trusting people. If you've been through toxic situations in your childhood, you're going to be mistrusting of people too until they prove. So when you approach a person like this, you can see the dukes up in their eyes. Like they're gearing up. I got my boxing gloves on. What do you want? What are you coming at me with? So it takes time to prove to them I am safe because 6s at the forefront are you safe? Am I safe? What's happening now? What's going on? They want to be vigilant all the time. And that was, I don't know if you could hear that, but anyway, my little timer. So they can be very vigilant, very suspicious. So now you've got asserter and you've got who's ready to defend. And then you've got the 6 that's always on the outlook of safety. So that's a tough combination. I think 6s can be extremely charming. They can have swag. They can have a uniqueness to them. They have a survival instinct that is can be very appealing. And then you add that 3 where I'm seeking people. I'm seeking people out. How can we get things done? So even though this tri-type is deemed one of the most difficult that you will ever find, there are great perks that you aren't going to find many people of this type. And they may even tout, hey, I'm unique, I'm unusual. They may attribute pushing people away as, these people are envious of me, or they just don't like me culturally, or they don't like me socioeconomically, or because I'm a boss, or because they're jealous of me. But this person has such a big stance that they naturally can push people away if they're not careful. They can be very polarizing. So these are the most powerful assertive types. They can be phobic or counterphobic. They can have a high explosive personality. They are capable of enacting noticeable change. They tend to stand by their decisions and not look back. So when they get in their mode, you might as well just be quiet, because you're probably not going to convince them or talk them out of anything, because they're very confrontational. They can be disagreeable. They can argue a point. But they can also be capable and responsible people and lead people to victory. So I'm always fascinated by unique people, because you can find cookie cutter anywhere. This is not a cookie cutter type. So if this resonates with you, or you know somebody of this unique tri-type ENTJ, then let us know in the comments. And by the way, you can put that tri-type on any type. But I'm just saying, think about an ENTJ and you're putting that tri-type on top of them. Ooh, what if it was on an ESTJ? Oh my goodness. So let me know what other ENTJ videos you want me to do. And, I make these videos for you guys. So I would really appreciate a thumbs up. That really keeps the motivation going. We all know it helps the freaking algorithms, and it can help people who want to understand themselves better. So thumbs up helps. And I really appreciate it. Also, check out my book, Flip the Script on Love, if you're interested in a romantic relationship with an ENTJ, or you're with someone difficult and you just need to know how to navigate a little bit better. My book will help you. And also The Workplace Narcissist, if you're dealing with difficult people, I give you some ideas on how to handle it. So I'll put the link below. And thank you, my beautiful friends, for hanging out with me and for watching my video. It really does mean a lot to me, and I appreciate you watching my videos. So thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.